Hello everybody, it's your friendly digital technology librarian, Christy here. We've reached another Friday, so of course I have another Film Rec Friday ready for everybody out there. So we talk about Kanopy's incredible catalog of films and TV series all the time. It's absolutely no one's surprise that this is one of my favorite services that we offer at the library. I love the breadth of titles it offers. You have short films, you have foreign films, you have TV series that are classics, you have TV series that are from completely different countries, covering topics you would never have expected. Amazing, amazing documentaries if you're a documentary fan. But one of the things I know we don't really talk about as much as we probably should is another really phenomenal feature with the Kanopy service, and that is Kanopy Kids Unlimited. So every month, every Milan-Berlin library card holder gets 15 tickets to use in Kanopy however they want. TV series can run 3 tickets and up. Films usually will run around 3 tickets and up, depending on the length of the film. Sometimes short films only take 1 ticket. Kanopy Kids Unlimited, however, much as the name would suggest, offers unlimited viewing. So if you have a little one and you want to introduce them to Reading Rainbow, you absolutely can, and it won't take up any tickets. You can show them the entirety of that first season that was wonderful if you happen to be my age and remember. It has some really, really wonderful short form animation, 15 minutes or so. It also has some incredible feature films on there. Beautiful titles that have won Oscars, that have been nominated for tons and tons of global awards. It's just fantastic. The other thing within Kanopy Kids Unlimited is that it also offers tons of read-alongs. So a lot of these really popular or classic children's book stories will be read to them. So you can sit them in front of your tablet or your television, and they can read along with stories for hours. It's really, really cool. So I've picked just a couple of titles within the Kanopy Kids Unlimited category that I think are really, really fantastic and a nice sort of jumping off point if you're interested in checking it out. One more thing about Kanopy Kids Unlimited is that it is sort of sectioned off. So if you're in the unlimited section when you're viewing on your tablet or on your phone, it will only show Kids Unlimited titles. So you don't necessarily have to worry about other content mixing in with it. So that is a really nice perk as well. So anyway, like I was saying, I have a couple of titles on here that I wanted to talk about today just because I thought they were really fantastic, and one is one that I've known for a long time, and one was brand new to me. So that was very exciting. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to those recs. As always, these recommendations are available to you entirely for free with the use of your Milan-Berlin library card. So without any further ado, let's get to the recs. Okay, my first recommendation is for anyone who would like to sort of introduce some really incredible female figures in history to their kids, and that is the short animated series called Brazen. Now, Brazen is based on a 2019 Eisner Award-winning graphic novel called Brazen, Rebel Ladies Who Rocked the World. I was not aware that they were making it into a series, but good grief, am I so happy to have found this. The animated series consists of about 12 different very short animations covering a number of really incredible women throughout history from all over the globe. You are introduced to an astronaut, an empress, a crime miniaturist, and it's done in this very charming style. The artwork is just really, really appealing, and it's just put together so well. Each of the women comes across really clearly through the style with which the animation is dealt with and how the voiceover work goes. It's just delightful. Even if you don't have kids, I strongly recommend Brazen. There were certainly female figures that I had never heard of within this set. Now, the series is only 12 episodes. They are all less than 4 minutes. Most of them run about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So you can finish this off within just a couple of hours, even if you take like a few breaks. It is a very, very fast watch. So if you are interested in history, if you're interested in introducing your kids to these fantastic female figures, I definitely would recommend checking it out. Again, it's a very fast watch. It's charmingly animated. It definitely catches your attention and is 100% worth the view. Okay, my next recommendation is from a series I'd never heard of before, but I absolutely love the concept of, and I think it's done quite well, and that is Pop Paper City. So this UK-based kids show is another quick watch. Each episode is around 11 minutes. And what it does is it takes these adorable little characters from Pop Paper City and it introduces you to their world while also incorporating interactive crafts that kids can do as they're watching. It's really, really straightforward. It shows you all of the different materials that you might need for each individual craft. And there's a helping hand in the animation that actually comes into the screen and shows kids how to fold things, how to cut things, how to glue them together. All while also incorporating these like little moments of craftiness with actual adventures of the characters you meet who are from Pop Paper City. And each of the characters is adorable. They're really well voice acted with actual kids, which is always impressive to me because getting kids who are really good actors, let alone voice actors, I think can be a real challenge. I think we've all watched shows where that doesn't happen really well. So I'm very impressed with this. I also thought the crafts were really pretty fun. Things that would be easy and super accessible stuff, that a lot of paper crafts, so that you wouldn't have to like run out to the store to necessarily get all the materials. You probably have them in your house. So I love the idea of making screen time both engaging for kids, as far as like a visual element on your screen, but also an interactive element in the real world. I hadn't seen too many shows really take that approach before, where it really was directed instruction, but without making it super educational feeling anyway. None of the episodes is like, today we are going to make a paper airplane. No, it was like completely incorporated into the individual stories and adventures that these characters are going on, which I thought was a lovely way to bring those two parts together. And I do think is a much more effective way to keep kids engaged without making it super disjointed. So the one drawback, and because I'd asked a friend who I know has kids who don't do well with accents, this show did originate in the UK. So the little characters on the show all speak with English accents, British accents. So if you do have a child who has trouble parsing those kinds of sounds, you might want to be a little bit more involved, especially when it comes to the instructions, though, because you do have this helping hand that comes into the screen to show them, to physically show them what's going on and how to do the instructions. It might not be an issue at all. I don't think the accents are particularly heavy in this, so I think they should be, any child should be pretty fine with understanding what's going on. But just in case, like I said, I do have my one friend who does have a couple, her kids do have some struggles with that, so that might be something to think about. In any case, if you're looking for something really like visually fun, that will allow kids to craft a little bit and be engaged in the real world as well as they are engaged with the digital one, check out Pop Paper City. It's a fun little show with great characters and some really cute crafts. Okay, my last recommendation is from an animation studio that I have absolutely adored since I was a kid, and that is Aardman Animation's Shaun of the Sheep. Kanopy offers the entirety of season 1 available for free. Uh, Shaun of the Sheep is this super cute British stop motion animated children's television series. It's pretty much silent, so all of the storytelling is this visual undertaking of what's happening on screen, and it is so cute. I love it. Um, the sheep, Shaun, was introduced in a really famous stop motion animation short called A Close Shave way back in the day. And the animator decided he would build a show around this character that is obviously silent. And it has turned into the longest running animated series in British television history, which is pretty impressive for like a pretty secondary character. Probably even like tertiary, really, when you think about it, if you are familiar with A Close Shave. And every single episode is charming. I always am, and I'm smiling by the end of an episode, and they're quick episodes. It's not like you're watching something that's like 45 minutes long or anything, and it runs really quickly, but each one packs like a ton of laughs and just charm. I am a sucker for stop motion animation to begin with. Like, that's just one of my favorite kinds of art. And I just think they do such a good job with this little television series that has lasted years and years and years. It originally premiered in 2007 on BBC and is, I believe, running today. So that is a very long-lasting children's show, but also a really long-lasting animated series. If you are interested in sort of introducing that kind of animation, I think this is a great way to sort of kick things off, because it is a fairly basic storyline. There's nothing like super advanced. You're not dealing with like complex like capers or anything, but it's really cute, and you have some really like charming storylines, like I was saying. So if that sounds like something interesting to you or your child, make sure you check out Shaun of the Sheep season 1. It is available and it is delightful. Okay, so those were my recommendations for this week's episode. Kids Unlimited has so much to offer. Whether you have children or not, I highly recommend checking it out. You've got some really phenomenal nostalgia shows in there. If you're a Jim Henson fan, strongly recommend you check it out. There's so many things on there that I hadn't even seen or wasn't familiar with. Delightful. So if you happen to have any recommendations from the Kids Unlimited catalog, make sure that you pop those into the comments below. If you have any recommendations for themes you'd like to see us cover in the future, definitely share those. Always looking for help with that. As always, thank you so much for joining me. This one was like a lot of fun to check out. I loved seeing the shows that I'd never heard of before, and I liked revisiting the ones that I had. So again, thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye-bye.